Hey, I'm Daniel Norton. Welcome to my studio here in New York City. Today we're going to talk about black and white conversions. So I've got my friend Cadence coming. We love to shoot black and white images, both in film and digitally, and I get a lot of questions about how you might make an image black and white kind of custom, right? There's lots of things out there, styles and profiles and stuff you can buy, but how can we just make our own that'll work with the lighting we use? That's what we're going to explore today. We're going to set up a simple lighting, we're going to make a photo, and then I'll walk through the process of creating your own black and white style in Capture One so that you can have something that's unique to your lighting and your subject. Okay, so the lighting for this is just going to be really simple. I've got a Profoto B10 fitted with a magnum reflector to give me kind of a maximum output, and I'm shooting it through a Chimera frame with a half silk on it. This is going to give me a nice smooth large light source that will kind of come down and cover the whole body. It'll also light the background, but because of its angle and because how close it is to her, we'll get some nice shape as well. Okay, I got Cadence here, and we're just going to shoot something very simple. I've got a silk here with the Profoto B10 and a magnum reflector just blasting through it to create kind of flat, even light. And we're going to actually work with the contrast and stuff once we get it into black and white. So let's do a little shot here. Let's go to frame it up, get a little mix. It's good like that. Yeah, this looks really good, right? Good exposure, skin tone looks good. That all looks nice. Maybe we'll get the 3/4. The light is above her, so it's kind of gonna fall off, but it's not too bad because of the size of the light source. So we can see here that everything looks good. You look good. And you know, she's obviously, you know, has a slightly warm skin tone, but, you know, on the lighter side, like myself. You've got this kind of reddish lipstick on, and the rest of it's kind of neutral. So if we come into our black and white mood, what we're gonna find is the whole thing's kind of flat, right? If we wanna add contrast, if we were to adjust the red slider, it's going to make the things that are red, like for your lips, for instance, and your skin get paler. So if you're trying to do like a washed out look, you know, that's what you would do. If you want to have more contrast, you're going to drop it down that way, and you can see the lips and get more like kind of the shadow area on the face is getting a little darker. You can see like the cheeks and coming in. So we're going to kind of balance that a little bit. For you, it's going to be a mixture of the reds and the yellows. It really depends on obviously the subject, right? So we'll adjust those back and forth. What I usually do is go a little darker with the reds and then a little up with the yellows, but it kind of depends on the person. You're going to be going back and forth on this. Depending on the skin tone, the greens may or may not affect it. We can see it's kind of barely affecting anything, so we'll leave that where it is. This is your light blues. Again, not a huge difference. If you can see it mostly on the background, so it's getting brighter. So we'll leave that there. I think this dark blue is going to have more of an effect. It's going to also affect. You can see how it's affecting the shirt. So this shirt is not a stark white like that. It actually does have a bit of like an off-white to it. So if we kind of bring it like in this area, it'll look pretty good. And we got our magentas again. We're just going to go back and forth. Not a huge difference with the magentas on you. Now this is actually different than the presets that we've done before with you. And that's the thing I think when people have to understand is that a preset is only a place to start. What you want to do is look at each lighting scenario and each person and adjust accordingly. So that's a pretty good place to start. Yeah, that looks good. The skin tone is good. The lips have the kind of a darkness because of the red, but oh, I didn't know there was sequins there. No wonder why it's sparkly. All right, wherever we can fit sequins, we got to fit sequins. Now, if you want to do any other adjustment, you can still do that over here, of course, using the, like I normally do. I usually do a little tweak here. And once we've got that basis down, we should be able to come in and we'll shoot a couple more, and it'll automatically translate to the next shot. Because now we're going to be shooting in black and white. And if I am shooting something in black and white, I try to do that conversion right at the beginning so that as we're shooting, everything comes up the way that I want it to be. Right? You want to know that the black and white's going to work for you, and you want to know that you like the shots in black and white. It shouldn't really ever be an afterthought. Good, a couple more. Good, oops. Nice. One more. Good. Good. Yeah, very nice. And let's come for a portrait. Nice. Yeah, and we can see how nice that looks, right? Skin tone looks great, nice and even. The black is good. Again, it has that almost like metallic look. If you wanted more contrast, because people do love contrast, again, I would probably end up doing that here, like I would even in a color image, right? We're gonna use our levels to get that. We're not gonna mess with our black and white because we know it looks good, right? It's a good mod there. And then we're good. That looks really nice. Very cool. Maybe you should look at them and see. Yeah. Let's have Cadence look. We've never done that before. Oh, look, a little microphone, just in case she wants to say something. A
microphone.
Oh, boy.
A baby mic.
It's a little.
Oh, I love these.
They are both black and white.
Ta-da!
And yet, shades of gray. Yeah, very cool, right?
I love that.
Yeah, it's got like a nice kind of like punch to it without being like too. So I think that's one problem that people do with black and white is they blow their whites out and they make their black so black that you can't see any detail. And that can be a certain style, of course, but generally speaking, you want to have all this detail through your range, just like you would in a color image.
Oh yeah, we definitely got some good ones.
Very cool. I don't know what that construction sound is. Somebody's, hopefully they don't saw the legs off the building will fall. And if you did find that you're going to use this lighting setup a lot and you'll use it as a basis, we can actually set this up as a style as well. So let me show you how to do that. So if you're in Capture One, you literally just go Adjustments, Styles, and then we can just say, let's see, Save Custom Style. And what I probably would do, actually you can save whatever you want. You could just save the black and white part or the whole thing, and then you can put the name, I'm not going to save it, but you can put a name in, like you could put the date, the shoot. That's how I would do it. Then if you go back to, let's say you shoot it with a client all the time, and you're always lighting it the same way, you can save a style so you don't have to do it each time. Simple as that, right?
Awesome.
All right, so I will put Cadence's information in the description. You guys can follow her. Follow me, Daniel Norton Photographer. And I'll see you next time on set.
Hey guys, thanks so much for joining us today. If you liked this video, make sure to check out our other videos, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell.